Hey, 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 what you gonna do? Who's that purr? A little monster girl. Yeah, girls can be monsters. She's my video partner today. My little whiny baby. She's so tiny and she's full grown. Isn't that incredible? Look how tiny she is. She's over a year old, this cat. I've got my color set on, I think, yellow with just a little bit over into the green on the background light today. I don't have the side lights on. You think I need them? I just have the overhead light in front. Now, this was a $9 light from Lowe's, the one that's over my monitor here. It's just a 3-foot shop light. I can show you at Lowe's. What? What? I love you too. Where's your collar? My gosh, she doesn't have her collar on. I gotta go get her collar. Can I put you on pause while I go get this baby's collar? When she comes in to poop in the morning, she comes in here with me when I'm gonna poop. And Stephanie says they do this because they're trying to help you. She thinks I'm in pain. But when I'm trying to go to the bathroom, you know, she's doing this. She's trying to rub on me. She's trying to nudge my hand, and she's meowing the whole time. And it's like she's trying to bring comfort to me or something, because she knows humans suffer when they go poop. Right? Right? What do you see? Angels? You see angels, you can't really see the time because the color's different. I gotta go get your collar, baby. What are you gonna do? Maybe I should change the color. That's the color we're on. Let me move it a little bit more toward the green. It's green. Yeah, you can see I could change the what? What do you want? You want me to play? Huh? You want me to become a cat so I can play with you? She's so good. She's bonded with me because I took her to the vet. Right? That's over toward the red side. Actually looks more... That supposedly is orange. Then that supposedly is yellow. Yellow? I'll leave it on yellow. We don't need to see the time anyway, right? What? What, little girl? So she's bonded with me because I took her to the vet. And she was scared. You know, first time going to the doctor. What? You're such a good girl. I was looking at her eyes this morning with the flashlight in the dark, and they were glowing like blue, green, and red all at the same time. It was just so interesting. Now, I'm actually feel a little bit chilled. I might have to put the air on in here. You guys actually put the hair on. I'm going to put the heater on. Let me put the heater on. It's because I'm drinking a bottle of ice cold water. Darn you. And that took me a little longer than it normally does, because I set up the other light too. I've got both of them set up. And these things came with these monster tripods. Let me show you. These are the tripods this thing came with. There's 2 of them. They're actually pretty heavy duty. And you know, these caps on the end, I think they're the same size as cameras, so you can put a tripod head on here if you wanted to make these a camera tripod. But they're designed, they go up like 7 feet. But these came with the lights, these 2 tripods. Isn't that interesting? Okay, I'm back. Is my microphone still about the same level? I don't know if the seat's going down. Seat's going down or the microphone's working its way up. What are you doing, girl? Hey, what are you doing? You know? What are you hanging out down there for, huh? What are you doing? You could come up here. What would it be if I didn't have my friends? You know, I can color code these videos. When I look at the videos on the list, they all have a different color background. It's like a rainbow. What? Where'd you go, girl? Okay, those are only on 50% brightness. I wonder why. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to boost them up. They're at 50% brightness for some reason. Let me turn them up. Now they're at 100%. Now they're cranking out some heat, right? Yeah, they probably look better at 50%. Let me take them down even further. I'm thinking maybe you guys can give me some ideas. You can tell I didn't put on powder today. When I get ready to do some serious videoing, I'm going to put on the powder. Stop looking over there at the camera. I mean at the computer. I'm just making sure the microphone's working. One of these days I'm going to set up a semi-professional studio. I have 2 monitors. Usually if I have 2 monitors, I got the camera set up on one of them. But what we need is some sort of artwork back there on the wall. You know, something back there. Or maybe if I lowered the camera and you could see more of the wall behind me, because the camera's up at an angle. Bungo, you alright? Let me know if you guys need some stuff for studio, because I have 2. I still have those other used to be expensive lights that come in with the big handles that I'm going to drill out and put those sockets in so we can use LEDs. I've got those, and I've got I think I've got some cowboy studio lights too that we can use or somebody can use. And if you let me know, I'll ship them to you, or I'll drive them over to your house. There is going to come a day, I'll make a prediction, that you're going to get involved in doing this stuff, because it is just a lot of fun. I mean, the technical aspect, and you know, watch that hospice nurse, Julie, because you can tell she's got that knack to be able to talk. But if you watch her earlier videos, she wasn't always like that. She used to use, I guess, a webcam. And now I think she's got like a Canon M200 or a Sony A6000 or something like that. But you can get them pretty cheap. And of course the EVGA capture card, Black Friday special, $64. You can't beat it. Normally $100. And I've been really pleased with those. They don't get hot or anything. And you can plug an Xbox. Anything that takes an HDMI, you can plug into it. And it has a pass-through, so you can pass it through there to like a second monitor, so you can see your game on the regular monitor or whatever. And you can see what's playing on your recording. I'm going to talk today about something that scared me as a kid. I'm going to have to get braved up. Actually, I still got a chill from this ice cold water. You know, I'm cold and I'm chilled. It's 90% humidity out. 63 degrees, but it's almost 100% humidity, and occasionally the sun comes through. And it doesn't feel too bad outside, but when the sun goes behind a cloud, it starts to feel like chilly. not Hormel. I actually have some Hormel chili. I got it in here. Something that scared me as a kid. Okay, I didn't go to kindergarten. I started in first grade at the age of, I think I was 6 when I started, and I turned 7 in the first grade. So I skipped kindergarten and went right to, whoa, big skip, right? I skipped kindergarten. I went to straight into the first grade at 6 years old. I must be a member of the Mensa Society. Run my IQ through the computers. I'm a genius. Kind of like I'm a poet and I don't even know it, but they say you're a legend in your own mind, right? I was in maybe the 2nd grade. It was on the 131st Street side building, which is the first, second, and actually first grade is in the 2 portables. First and second, I think, are in the portables. Or maybe it's kindergarten and first grade in the portables, which were in between the 2 main buildings. And it was like 2-story school buildings, with like 4 classrooms on each level. So 8 classrooms total. So there was like two rooms for each grade. And it was a kindergarten through 8th grade school. 8th grade was still parochial school or elementary school. Now I think that's junior high, right? 8th grade or 7th and 8th, you're in junior high. And so I was in maybe the 2nd grade because I was in the big building closest to 131st Street. And when you come out of the classroom door, you can see I-95 to the right. And then from the 2nd floor, you can see all the way down, like to 127th Street or so. And one day there was there wasn't any sirens, but there was flashing red lights. The highway patrol was up there, and the sheriff's department was Metro-Dade PD. And it was like, wow, I wonder what's going on. It's like they were in 2 different places, one further down, and the traffic was stopped. There was a to-do going on. Helicopters flying around. Those were the old bubble ones, like from MASH. I don't think they had the slick ones like they got now. So it was like one of the teachers was married to a cop or a fireman. It was a fireman, because there was a fire department just on the other side of the street down from our school. Actually, our Coach Roach, actually was his name. Coach Roach was a fireman, and on his days off, he would work at the school as our PE teacher. So I overhear her talking about how they found body parts, that somebody had dismembered a human body, and they had strewn the parts all up and down I-95. And the only part they didn't find was the head. But they found like a leg here and an arm there. And later on, I found out on the Palmetto Expressway, which is about 10 miles away from where we were at, they found the torso. So somebody was driving down I-95, tossing body parts out of their car, and except for the head. And I remember that being, so in the 2nd grade, I would have been, 8 years old? So I wasn't in the portable, so it had to have been in the 2nd grade, right? 2nd or 3rd. And it scared me to think, it's like the first time I'd ever heard or conceived of how horrible people could be. That they could cut up a human being, and it was like something out of a horror movie to me as a kid. And the next day in the newspaper, I was old enough to read, and I could read the newspaper, and it said about how they found these body parts strewn over like a 15-mile section of the interstate and down to the Palmetto Expressway. I'm losing my throat. I'm losing my throat. I'm losing my voice. So I just had a little drink of water. But it's one of those things, and you know what I'm talking about, like when the team leader's parachute failed to open. It's one of those things that imprints itself on your mind. And I can go back in time to that day in the 2nd grade when all that was going on. And I had this just terrible feeling inside. Like it's not a horror movie, it was real. And it turned out that this guy had killed his girlfriend and he had cut her up in a bathtub. And this is still when I'm in the 2nd grade. I found all this out. And he tried to dispose of her remains, but he tried to make it not easy for the police, I guess, to find her. So he he must have been crazy, right? This was before they had bath salts and stuff like that make people want to chew other people's face off. And they had that one guy in Fort Lauderdale who actually plucked out his own eyes. Isn't that crazy? See, that would still give me nightmares today, if thinking about somebody that would actually pluck out their own eyes while taking bath salts or something. What's up, girl? But yeah, it's one of those things. Maybe one of you guys can do a video and let me know what you remember from grade school. Mrs. Helpling got a picture of, I think, Angel, Stephanie, or Jenny with Miss Helpling. Helpling. And I got a picture of Miss Yodel. Miss Yodel Younger. That was the lady that we made the we found the lizard skeleton in the door in one of the windowsills at home, and it was all dried out, perfectly preserved, and we put it in a laminator and sent it through the hot laminating machine. Hey, you want to go out? Want to go out? We put the lizard through the lamination machine. It was already dead, and it preserved it so you could pass it around to let people see this interesting lizard skeleton. So I'll almost bet you, is it Stephanie or Jenny gave it to their teacher? You know, that was just so cool. I bet you she kept that. She kept it in her drawer or something. And it was just so interesting to preserve. What is it? Let me go see what she's going after. Maybe it's one of them zombie lizards in my clothes. You know, don't you hate it? Has this ever happened to you? You get out of the shower after you're drying off, or before you dry off, and you take the towel off the towel rack and you start drying off, and there's a lizard in it. And as you're drying off, you feel like the slimy little lizard on your back or on your shoulder, and it's like, oh, ah! Well, we've got those zombie lizards that are really cold and clammy. They're not like the little diamondbacks or the stripers that are like brown. These are like geckos, nighttime geckos. I don't even think they're native to this country. They came in somebody's suitcase at the airport, and now they're all over. You see what she wants. What are you doing? What do you want? I didn't do anything. Yeah, now we're gonna, just as I'm almost ready to wrap this baby up, she wants to get in on the action. Well, it's too late there, sweetheart. Yet that's yellow. I've got those set up as a group so I can change the color on both of them at the same time. It's just so interesting. I want to say when they were new, these were worth about $300. And you can pick them up used now for, I think, $239, but a whole lot more than what I paid. It's nice to have something interesting in the background, you know, if you can get a cat. Like she's looking at it like, what's going on? What are these? Why are there two of these things here? Hey, you're going to get blinded. Bongo. Bongo, you're going to blind yourself. Bongo. Hey, Bongo, don't look at it. Bongo. Bongo. Don't look at the sun. She's looking right at it. Bongo. Hey. Now you're going to be blind. Now you're going to be blind, little girl. Huh? It's my baby. She's so good. A lot of times cats don't want you rubbing them on the belly. Not Bongo. She's my little baby girl. Are you going to play the dying cockroach? Hmm? Huh? She going to play the dying cockroach. Now that I'm almost done and I've poured out my heart about all the traumatizing dismembered bodies that went on. This is Miami. It would have been 1966 or 67 when this happened. So almost 100 years ago, right? But no, it's not 100 years ago. Get out of here. So that would have been 58, 57 years ago. Gosh, wait till you can say that. I guess if you're lucky enough. I just pray that God lets your parents go before any of the children. What is that movie? Not Inception. Where the guy goes through the Tesseract, goes through the wormhole, and he comes back in time, and he's the same age, and his daughter is like 90 years old, and she says to him, no parent should have to see their child die. And he's talking to his child, who's this old woman now, and she tells him to go back to see Rand, which was Anne Hathaway. So somehow he's going to go through this wormhole back and hook up with Anne Hathaway on this planet, and I guess start life all over again. But she tells him she's got her family there now, and he needs to go see Rand. And then I think the last scene is her like taking off her helmet because she's on a planet that there's oxygen and everything. But for some reason, she had to go through a wormhole to get there. Do you guys understand how all that worked out? I guess I'd have to see the Wikipedia entry to see, what the spoilers are about that whole thing. But how we eventually had to we had to evolve on another planet. And Uncle Joey used to say that. He's the one with the physics degree. He said that before the world ends here, there has to be a remnant of human civilization living off-world. Whether it be Mars or a space station or the moon or somewhere. He says, according to the Bible, all of humankind will never be totally destroyed. That was my brother who said, he had a degree in theology too. Physics and theology. I guess he'd be the perfect person to talk to. Now she's going to lick her butt. Hey, what's with licking your butt? I think they got worms. Neo left little, looks like grains of rice on that towel. And that's what the worms look like when they come out of their butt and dry up. Just something pleasant. Hopefully you're not eating dinner or anything right now. Well, I think that's it for today. Gave me something to talk about. I'll try not to stare over at the computer. I can keep one eye at the computer and one eye on the camera. Let's see. We can... why is it always bad boy, what you gonna do when they come for you? Why can't we say bad girl, what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girl. Nobody gives the girl a break. The police don't give the girl a break. And even the soldier man don't give the girl a break. And even her mother didn't give her a break. Wow, wow. Bad girl, what you gonna do when they come for you? Cop car. And ambulance. And fire truck, which is red and yellow. Actually, the ambulance is red and yellow, or red and white, right? Bad girl, what you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody gives the girl a break. The police don't give the girl a break. And even the soldier man don't give the girl a break. And even her mother didn't give her a break. Yeah, yeah. Oop, I think she likes that. Let's do the fireworks. Fireworks. Far out. I'm going to have to actually watch this video, see how these came out. And party. That's the party. Boing, 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 boing. And candlelight. Oh no, it don't look like candlelight to me. Lightning. It says lightning. That actually kind of does look like lightning. Look at her. Look. And then this is paparazzi. Flash bulbs. I don't know if they're both synced together. I think they are. TV screen. They're here. Bad girl, what you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody gives the girl a break. The police don't give the girl a break. And even the soldier don't give the girl a break. And even her mother didn't give her a break. Yay, yay. Alright, we'll see what color we'll have tomorrow. Just the yellow. We're gonna be yellow. You guys ever heard the song by Duran Duran, Ordinary World? If I listen to that, it'll get stuck in my brain. That's an interesting song. You know, I don't remember listening to them until just in the last 8-10 years since I've been at Florida Southern. When I was at that last job, I used to pass the night. I never slept on duty there. Never. You know, with the phone, I always had YouTube to watch. And I can't tell you how many times I was on my phone watching YouTube or listening to music when I would hear like a fence rattle in the distance. And that would bring me over to wherever the problem was. As long as you're awake and alert, it's all that matters. As long as you don't have headphones in, as long as you're not sleeping or inside a building. So I used to love sitting out by the lake, looking over the big lake and listening to music, YouTube music. That's probably the only thing I miss about working there. Because when I was able to do that, made the time go by so much faster. And it was actually something pleasant to do. And watch YouTube videos. I already said that. Thanks for watching today. Thanks for going through the dismembered body memory of the second grade. My introduction into Miami life, right? The first big shock I had about how can people do that? Because they didn't have like gory movies back then that I can remember of. I think the only one they had was The Night of the Living Dead, which is in black and white. And that was pretty vicious. I think it was actually rated R, so kids couldn't watch it. But yeah, none of the, you watch stuff on the movies nowadays, and a kid that age probably would have seen 400 or 500 people killed already. And then they wonder why there's so much crime and evil and what am I trying to say? There's so much people hurting people, crimes against people, because kids are being desensitized when they're very small. So make them watch Barney Sharing and Caring. That's it for today. You guys watched Sharing and Caring in the Barney videos, and look, you turned out okay. I love you guys. May God allow us to be reasonably happy in this life, supremely happy forever in the next. On behalf of Bongo and I, we hope you have a great rest of your day. And with a lot of help from God and another day of life, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, you guys. Thanks for spending time with me. I'm looking at you, talking to you. So I'm looking right at you in the present time and in the future time. Get Bongo. She's out of it. She's splattered. She's splayed out. She feels good. Bye, you guys.